Double Indemnity is a classic noir film. I have seen this movie before, but this was probably over a decade ago, and this movie was playing in front of another film I wanted to watch. And I get off work around 4:30, so don't want to sit around waiting for 4 hours for a late film, so I decided to just watch this one in front of another. Double Indemnity is about Walter Neff. He's an insurance salesman who meets the Phyllis Dietrich. She's a housewife who's very sultry, and the two of them hit it off. Very sizzling dialogue by Billy Wilder, who co-wrote this film. This movie, honestly, it's considered like one of the greats, probably one of the greatest film noirs of all time. And I still think it's just okay. To be honest, I'm going to be honest. The movie is just okay. Really good sizzling dialogue and chemistry between Walter and Phyllis. There's some side characters in there. Probably one of the better roles for Edward G. Robinson as Barton Keyes, his claims manager boss, who's really smart and savvy. Really good character dynamics and dialogue, but I don't love the story, to be honest. Basically, Walter is roped into eliminating Phyllis's vicious husband, whom she says beats her, and she's a stepmom, so the daughter doesn't like her either. So the two of them whip up a plan to kill him and get insurance. They have to like backlog an older insurance claim instead of a new one to subvert suspicion, and the movie's got like a whole bunch of planning and stuff and very taut. The entire movie has a wraparound story of Walter dictating his confession at the beginning of the film, so that sort of adds a little bit of a famous classic noir touch. There's also, I didn't notice this but both times watching the film, but there is an air of shadowy bars over the characters' faces. It's a staple of the film noir genre. So I do like all the actors, to be honest. I love Edward G. Robinson. I love him in anything. Fred MacMurray, I'm familiar with him mostly from The Flubber and Absent-Minded Professor. He does usually do comedy, so it's great to see him in this sort of role. But I don't know, sometimes I think the dialogue and the performance didn't really... it's a little dated. He says baby, but he doesn't feel like he's saying it correctly. It almost sounds like he's saying it ironically. And my crowd kept laughing whenever he said that, because it's like he's so serious that he's like, baby, And then, of course, you got the wonderful Phyllis Dietrich, played by Barbara Stanwyck. She's also known for playing a lot of comedies and good stuff like Ball of Fire and The Lady Eve. But overall, I mean, the movie, it is like famous, but I just don't love it. It's watchable and I enjoyed it. And now that I've rewatched it with a more advanced, mature film lens, I still don't love it, but I can see that it's a pretty solid movie. Especially the dialogue and the banter. I like that the most. But the rest of the movie is just, whatever. I don't really love it. So I give Double Indemnity a 7 out of 10.